Good evening, everybody. Welcome to an ASV live stream, Festivus for the rest of us. I am coming to you live from the Leo Mao Dark Sky site, the ASV's Dark Sky site. And we have a few of us here ready to stream and share some live images of the night sky with you. Apologies for the focus of my camera. I am sitting outside in the dark, and if I drop out, I do apologize for that as well. But we're going to share some deep sky images with you. It's a beautiful, warm summer evening. It's clear up here. I know it's clear where the other guys are. Let us know where you're watching from. Be sure to share the stream with your friends and family, and let's have a wonderful Christmas, New Year's stream of astronomical objects. First up, I'll bring Lee into the stream. Good evening, Lee.
Good evening. How are we?
I'm very, very well. I'll bring Anne-Marie in. Anne-Marie is coming from Malden. So Lee's coming to us from Ringwood. Anne-Marie's over in Malden. And Andy, who is all the way over in Langcoop, near the South Australian border. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to share some live images for you of objects. We haven't really got a playlist, I guess, as such. We're just going to find some targets that are up and share them with you. Anybody got an object ready to share? I know I do, but I don't want to steal the limelight.
No, go for it.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is the first time I've actually live imaged with the guys. I've been doing this, Lee, for 5 years now, nearly.
2019.
And this is the 2019. So this is the first time I've done any live streaming with the guys. So this is kind of scary and a bit nervous.
But yeah.
Well, live stacking of images, yes. So let me refresh this. I've gone with an old favorite to start with in the Orion Nebula. We'll try and drop it down a bit. There we go. So this is essentially a live view of Orion Nebula that I've got going on here. It is one of I guess it's a favorite of astrophotographers and visual astronomers. It's an easy one to start with, that's for sure. Most astrophotographers and astronomers will cut their teeth on the Orion Nebula, which is also known as Messier 42, and it is part of Orion's belt and the constellation of Orion. And it is the middle star in the sword of Orion. But yeah, this is the first time for me to stream this live or share an image like this live. It's clear skies in Faulkner and clear skies in Northcote. A little bit of light pollution out there, but that's about it. Thanks for joining us, guys. Lee, Anne-Marie, Andy. Oh, Andy's dropped off. Andy, you still there? Yeah. Any of you guys got an image we can share? I can share a bit more information about the Orion Nebula if we want.
I've got 2 minutes before my first one will be up.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Doing 5-minute exposures.
Oh, you're doing 5 minutes. Are you going to show us all up with 5-minute exposures? That's right. I forgot. Yes. So the Orion Nebula is one of the most scrutinized and photographed objects in the night sky, and it is a beautiful object that you can see quite easily through binoculars and through small telescopes and large telescopes, obviously, as well.
So I've actually, I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah. Pop up Lee's one. What have you got there, Lee?
At the moment, this is just I was just trying to do an alignment. So I use Stellarmate on a laptop, which is actually kind of similar to the ASI Air products and so on. I was just getting an alignment because, and so there it is. Now, if I do an actual shot, let's go to the HA filter.
Okay, so HA being a hydrogen alpha filter.
I'll bump this up to 10 seconds. I don't know if I've got focus at the moment, so this will just be something I can do to check that. So once this comes up after the 10 seconds.
So this is a 10-second shot that you're doing for us to show us, to see if it's going to work properly.
Yeah, so not the stacking itself, but let's just...
So a hydrogen alpha filter will block all light except for hydrogen alpha.
Correct. So, and
And what target are you doing this on? This is on Orion as well, is it?
This is Orion as well. Yeah, again, like you said, it's an easy one for.
It's a good beginner's target. Yeah.
Now, where has it gone? Has it popped up?
It was the second image I ever imaged. The second target I ever imaged. That's.
Hang on, why is it?
Are you having technical issues, Lee?
Well, I don't know where that preview went. It did do it.
This is the thrills. This is the fun of live streaming. You never know. It's kind of like working with children or animals. You never know what your telescope's going to do.
Not forgetting, of course, that I have not imaged for probably over 12 months, and certainly we haven't done any of these. Actually, it could have been waiting to get the temperature down. Let me just go back one. Let me just do this. Oh, hang on. Was alignment still going? No, that's not still going. That was there. That's done. Yeah, really. Oh, hang on.
Chinese one.
Do this.
Chinese.
I think I can hear Gavin in the background, can I?
You can hear Gavin in the background. You can hear Diego's in the background. Actually, just so for those who are watching, as I said, I'm up at the Leon Mao Dark Sky site, which is the ASV's Dark Sky site. And at the moment, I think there are over 50 telescopes set up between the visual field and the astrophotography field. And there's probably about 40 people on site as well. It's quite busy up here. It's wonderful to see between Christmas and New Year's. A whole lot of astronomers out under clear moons, clear skies with no moon, up here imaging, viewing. The 40-inch is out, so the roof is rolled off our big observatory. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous night up here, and everyone's having fun. So apologies for the noise in the background. As well, Diego's being noisy over there.
Cooler is on.
How you going there, Lee? You got it working?
Not going. So it did the capture and solve. It's found everything. The target is blah blah blah. It's found all that. Blah blah blah. I might have to. Let me just go to scope control. We'll park it again, and then I will. I'll do a restart on this. For some reason, the FITS viewer, which normally pops up after an image is taken, should have popped up, but I don't think the image is actually taking.
Okay. Technical issues. What do we usually say? It's not an ASV live stream if we don't have technical issues.
Right,
that's an interesting setup there. Handy has not joined us. How's yours going, Anne-Marie? I've moved to another target. So I've moved around to Horsehead and Flame, but I'm not sure if it's going to work for us too well. So I might move to a different spot. This is also the fun of live streaming, is trying to get targets to work. It's a bit early in the night when it comes to summer and trying to image, because everything is still, it's not quite dark yet. So I'm actually going to go around to 47 Tucanae myself and get a globular cluster up, because I know I'll be able to do that one. We'll add that one to the stream for now. Let's look at that.
Eln attack. Was that? No, that was backwards.
That was Eln attack.
Oh.
Yep. Flame Nebula just there.
But Eln attack shouldn't be there with respect to the flame in that orientation.
And yeah, it's probably the way my camera's set up. Like I said,
yeah,
we got to remember I'm a newbie at this. So here we go. I'll have an image of 47 Tucanae coming up very, very shortly. I might share that through now. Here we go. Look at that. It's not quite ready yet. There will be another image coming through over the top of this one.
Oh, look at Starlink. Oh,
it's not Starlink. That's stars moving as our telescope is moving. It could be Starlink. We can pretend it's Starlink, can't we? Yeah, we can pretend this is Starlink.
Typical sort of what you.
There we go. Look at that. So that is 47 Tucanae, second brightest globular cluster in the night sky. Obviously, it's located in the constellation of Tucanae, just below the small Magellanic Cloud, or as my daughter likes to call it, the small Magic Cloud. It's a gorgeous little globular cluster. I actually like to use this one, Lee, to at the Melbourne Observatory when we give the tours. And because you can't see it visually from Melbourne Observatory, but you can find your way there by star hopping. We have the Dobsonians out on the field next to the old observatories, and I'll move the telescope to it and find it and show people the object, and it looks nothing like this. It looks very faint and very fuzzy, and you can hardly see it. And it's a good way of explaining to people how bad light pollution in the city is at the moment. That the second brightest globular cluster you can't see with your eyes in the city, whereas in the bush you can. Thank you, Irina. We love sharing what knowledge we do have. We're not professionals, that's for sure. We're all amateurs, and we do this as a volunteer role. We love doing it. We love bringing the deep sky to you, or bringing astronomy to you guys live as much as we can. Mars should be rising in about an hour. Yeah, probably a bit more than an hour before I'd be able to see it where I am, but I can see Jupiter. So maybe I might swing around to Jupiter. How are you going, Anne-Marie? Have you got your stack going, ready to go?
No, I'm having a few issues.
You're having
the one that's on my screen at the moment is M45.
But let's go there.
It's just a 2-minute exposure.
This is Pleiades.
Yeah.
Subaru.
But it's not what it was supposed to look like.
That's okay. Well, the nebulosity is generally hidden. You can't see it unless you image for a long time, but it is an asterism in the Taurus constellation.
I was doing a 5-minute exposure, but as you can see down the right-hand corner, it's come out aqua. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
There you go. So this is
2-minute exposure.
Sorry, how long was that one?
2 minutes.
Are you doing a 5-minute of it now as well? Just
I can.
Yeah,
I'm actually doing one on my other scope as well, but it's having a few issues. It's a bit of a bigger scope, and it doesn't really like this time of night. It's still a bit too bright for it.
Yeah, it is. It's not quite dark enough. I think we probably need another sort of 10, 15 minutes before it gets dark enough.
And I don't even know if it's shooting the right thing.
I might. So Pleiades, obviously, it's also known as the Seven Sisters or Subaru. Messier 45. It's an asterism in the Taurus constellation. Contains over 1,000 stars that are loosely bound by gravity, but it is visually dominated by a handful of its brighter stars, which are the ones that you can see in the image that Anne-Marie has shared with us. The bright ones there, I can see sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sort of 9 really bright ones there. Maybe a few more that you could consider as bright stars. But if you own a Subaru, your logo is derived from this constellation. I am going to shift around to another target as well. I might move around to Tarantula Nebula because I'm not far from it at the moment. So at least I shouldn't be far from it. And there it is there. So I'm going to move around there. Take a moment for me to slew around there. In the meantime, how are you going there, Lee? Are you winning or?
Yeah, I've got it imaging now, but I'm just trying to do my focus, which is actually going pretty good.
I've shared your screen there so people can see that you're also on Orion Nebula there.
Yeah, so I'm just, as I said, I'm just trying to get some focus.
I tell you what, it's a whole lot of fun jumping between 4 different screens. I get the drama you guys have when you're trying to live image and share screen and whatnot. It's a bit of a fun one.
That's it, especially too if, like, at least when we were doing it, if we go back a couple of years ago, because it has been a while. Typically, like you said, you're using Sharp Cap.
I am using Sharp Cap, yes.
And I used to only use Sharp Cap when doing the live stacking. Whereas I've moved now to Stellamate, it's significantly better for what I need to do. As far as actually imaging, but it by itself is not suited to live stacking. See, these are only 1 second images, but that just shows how good it is, the camera I've got. But what I am going to do though is I'm going to stop that. I'll go to HA now that I've got some focus. I'll go to those 10-second shots. Whoops. What happened there?
So we're getting a live demonstration here of how Lee images the night sky when he's imaging. It's actually very, very cool.
Yeah, so that was just something. So I kept that looping every 1 second just so I could get real-time checks of as I did the focus. Now I can do an autofocus on this as well, but I haven't. I just haven't had the opportunity to do that in the last 12 months. No, I've only had the electronic focus on this scope for a couple of months, but we just haven't stacked at all.
We haven't done a lot of live streaming, that's for sure. Yeah, so we hope to change that. 2025, we plan on doing a lot more of this sort of live streaming, as much as we can.
So what I'm going to do with this now, though, is I will. So I'll still do just 10-second shots, hydrogen alpha. The settings I've got here, I can set to do like an actual imaging run. So I want to do, let's say, 10 shots.
Yep.
And I'm going to do 10. So you can see it here. It's idle at the moment. Hydrogen alpha, count of 10, exposures 10 seconds, which is not much, but we'll see how it goes. The gain, I actually should have changed that. That's right. I can double click that and I can change that to 250. It needs to be for this camera. And then that changed that there. Now I can set that to run. What it's going to do is take those shots and put them in a folder here. And what we'll do is I go across to Sharp Cap, which I'm using a camera, which is it's like a virtual camera really. But what it's doing is, where's my folder? Where is my folder? Source folder.
You showed me the section.
It should show up in a moment. Come on, where is it?
You can look through the finder. I need to get
Is that saving that there? Let's just quickly check. There should be a. Oh, no, it's going to that folder, is it? Oh, just now. Okay, it is. Sorry, my apologies. I'm looking in completely the wrong area.
That's always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in this actual thing. There we go. HA. Now, what I don't want, though, is all the other ones from another time. So I'm going to... don't do that.
Greetings, Bernie, Tasmania. Thanks for joining us, Andrew. Petra, I agree. The range and affordability of gear and software has indeed exploded over the past decade. I have everything I have is secondhand myself, but a mix of equipment from Newtonians to reflectors. I have C-Star. astro cameras, mobile phones to do imaging with. There is so much stuff out there, so much available. What I would automatically recommend to everybody is if you are looking to get into visual astronomy or astrophotography, I would highly recommend joining your local club, i.e. something like the Astronomical Society of Victoria, or potentially also speaking to professionals when it comes to looking at what sort of telescope equipment you want to buy. Go and speak to the guys at Bintel, the guys at Optics Central, Sidereal Trading, Testar, companies like that that deal in telescopes every day of the week. They will be able to, I guess, customize a telescope to suit your needs and what you want to do. That's probably the best advice we can give. How you going there, Lee? Are you winning?
I think it's doing, yeah. So now it's just stacking those images. Oh, I had some other ones which looked far better, but I thought just let's be truthful and do the proper. So this should be stacking those. So what it's doing is it's picking them up from a folder as though they're live photos, live images. So I'm just going to tell that to start, and we should see down here it's starting to stack them.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, so okay, it actually doesn't look so bad.
That's actually pretty good for, yeah.
So that's 6 images. These are only 10-second shots, but you can start. It might not show quite so good through the stream itself, but what I can certainly see from here is even from the first image, it like even here. So you would have seen a satellite trail here.
Yeah.
And it's removed that because it sort of, it knows to remove garbage data like that. Now, is that still stacking? But what it also does, it removes the noise.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I was going to pop up Andrew Boyd. Thanks for hosting the stream on the. So Andrew, we love doing this. We really do. And I'll be honest. So Andrew, I'm not sure if you're aware. So you're on the committee of the Astronomical Society of Tasmania. I'm actually the president of the Astronomical Society of Victoria at the moment. I'd love to work with the Astronomical Society of Tasmania, get the ASV and ASTAS working together, and maybe do some joint venture live streams like this. It'd be great to be able to share image from Tasmania and from Victoria, and share them out between your members, our members, and the public as well. So you're welcome to shoot me an email, president@asv.org.au, and we can see what we can tee up, because whatever we can do to share the world of astronomy with everybody and with the public, that'd be great. Now, Thomas P. Crenshaw. Is the equipment very expensive, even secondhand? I'd love to learn astrophotography. Okay, so new equipment can be expensive, but it can also be fairly cost effective depending upon where you start. As I said, I started with secondhand gear. My first mount was an EQ5, Skywatcher EQ5, which I bought secondhand for $700. And the telescope that I got with that was a Skywatcher ED80, which cost $500. And then I literally hooked that up to my laptop with some cables. That was looking at $1,200 to be able to do something like that. You need obviously a camera. So you could get away with it for less than $2,000 secondhand. What I would recommend, if you want to get into astrophotography and you don't want to spend a lot of money, buy yourself a C-Star S50 or an S30. You can learn to stack and process those images that you capture with a C-Star, and find out if you're interested in astrophotography. It's all good and well taking images, but if the stacking and processing side of things doesn't work for you, or if you're not interested in it, then all of a sudden you will have spent all of this money, thousands of dollars on equipment that you're not going to use. A C-Star will set you back about $800. You can learn to stack and processing that. You can do imaging that, and then you go, oh, I really love this. I will spend some more money on better gear. It's that for me is the best learning curve for people who are really, really new to it. and don't have any I guess, skills or knowledge in the world of astrophotography. So tried astrophotography a few times with my regular Canon camera without all the equipment, just my regular camera. Still need to work on my nighttime photography skills. Joe, where are you located? We do a lot of nightscape photography stuff with our astrophotography section. We got a lot of guys in the ASV, a lot of people, a lot of members who are really good at that and would be more than happy to share their knowledge with you to help you out. That's for sure. So Lee, how you going here? What do we got?
Yeah, so I've moved. What I've done is let me just see. So I changed these now to 30-second shots. So I'm getting more cleaner data rather than those 10-second shots. So again, they're putting them into the folder, and we can see that there's a lot more. I don't know if you noticed earlier, I was playing with the histogram, and when it was the earlier shots, there was just no room for me to move this at all to make any adjustments. Whereas now I've got some movement to, I can play with that, and we can I can stretch this all the way back out. And because I'm doing HA, hydrogen alpha, they are completely out of focus. But you can then start to see, by comparison to sort of, when it's like this, you can start to see those stars in the middle, the trapezium stars, which is the group of 5 stars that effectively create a hell of a lot of the brightness that we do see, because Orion's a reflective nebula. So had I in good focus, that would have probably been good, but yeah. And I can only do that because I've increased the exposure time.
Yep, but you've blown out the core, which is easy to do with Orion. Joe, so if you're in Faulkner, Joe, I would suggest joining the Astronomical Society of Victoria. It's very, very expensive. A whopping great membership fee of $80 a year. That is it. There's a joining fee, obviously, but I think it's $30 for the joining fee and $80 a year for membership. We have a lot of members. Faulkner is about an hour and a half from our dark sky site up north of Heathcote that we have for members to access. There will be a lot of people. This is where I am right now, and there's 40 odd people up here, and there are people with DSLR cameras who are doing wide field nightscape photography. And if you were here at the moment, they would be more than happy to help you. Oh, you're already a member of the ASV. You need to come up to LMDSS then to Liam, our dark sky site. So I just noticed he's just posted he's already a member. So you've got to come up to the dark sky site. We'd be more than happy to help you and show you how to take night sky images or nightscape images with your camera. So while you're doing that, Lee, I'm going to share my screen. Anne-Marie, how are you going over there?
I've got 2 images waiting here.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll go to Anne-Marie. All right, here we go. I'm on you, Anne-Marie.
So that's just M42 as well. That's just a 2-minute exposure.
Showing us up again, Anne-Marie. I think we've lost Andy again. He's dropped off again.
So that's just one that I had. And the other one that I've got going at the moment, let me just swap my screens over.
That's a beautiful shot of is that Bay Bison?
Yeah. And this is
Horsehead
the other
flame.
Yeah. That's just that was a 5-minute exposure.
So you've got a one-shot color camera.
On that one, I do. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, go away. Yeah, on that one I do. That's just a one-shot color camera.
So for those watching back at home, wondering what this object is, as you can see there, you're able to zoom in a little bit there, Anne-Marie, and show those 2 targets. So you got there we go. So we've got the Horsehead there, right in sort of near the middle. That one there, that Anne-Marie's circling, and then you've got Flame Nebula.
Oops.
2 gorgeous targets, also known as Barnard 33. So it's a dark nebula, and it's in the constellation of Orion, and it's on Alnitak. It's around Alnitak, which is part of the bottom of, I guess, for us, the the pot or the saucepan or whatever we call it, saucepan,
Yeah.
which is the belt of Orion. And that's where we're looking with this object at the moment. It's a gorgeous... good evening, Andy. You're in Kilmore with Paul imaging. You should be up here, Andy. Diego's here. He's imaging as well for the first time in, a long time. We have, I think, 40-odd members up here at the moment, Andy, all imaging and viewing, doing visual. The 40-inch scope is out as well. It's a lovely night up here. But what was I saying? Horsehead flame, beautiful target. Discovered in 1888 by Scottish astronomer Wilhelmina Fleming, and approximately 1,375 light years from Earth. So I guess we could say the light that we are seeing right now from Anne-Marie's screen left the Horsehead Flame Nebula 1,375 years ago. It's pretty cool. All right, so I have got one of my favorite targets, Tarantula Nebula, which was discovered in 1751 and catalogued as a nebulosity not accompanied by any stars visible in a telescope of 2 feet. That was how it was originally described. Gorgeous area of the night sky. It's no, I guess it's near the Large Magellanic Cloud. Am I right, guys, in saying that it's not within the Milky Way? I believe
it's outside. Yeah,
outside the Milky Way. Is a gorgeous target. It's lovely to look at through O3. I don't have an O3 filter. It's 160,000 light years away. So it's a very luminous non-stellar object. And if it was as close to Earth as the Orion Nebula is, it would cast visible shadows. And is the most active starburst region known in a local group of galaxies. So it's a gorgeous area of the night sky. Absolutely gorgeous area of the night sky. That's a 2-minute exposure with my mono camera, which is essentially it's a planetary camera, but I'm using it for deep sky at the moment because it is all I have. So you work with what you've got. How are you going over there, Lee?
I was just about to get another target. I'm just waiting to see what it's doing.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move to another target as well. Not sure where I'm going to go. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, I know where I'm going to go. Is it? It is up. Yep. So I know where I'm going to go. This is where we need some hold music. We don't have any. We don't have any, unfortunately. We hope you're enjoying the stream.
Okay. Oh,
I'm moving around to just above the Southern Cross area to a target nearby. Have you got another object, Anne-Marie, or are you still imaging?
I've got one moving across to the Rosette Nebula.
Oh.
And I've got one that's trying to plate solve on the Horsehead, just the Horsehead. But it's
on the head.
Yeah.
Ah.
So no, I'm still moving around.
Good evening, Gerald. Gerald's another ASV member. So I am now doing a shot of my next target. So.
Oh, okay.
Can people throw out some ideas of what they want to see? Because
they probably want to see planets. I don't know. I reckon I could probably I could probably do Jupiter. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if we could do planets. I don't think any of us are set up to do planets.
Not really, no.
What galaxies are around at the moment? Did you say Centaurus A the other day?
Yeah, but not till 2 a.m. So I got
Oh,
running
okay.
last night with Centaurus A at 2 a.m. Well, this morning at 2 a.m.
Oh, I can do the Sculptor
Yeah.
Galaxy.
You probably do Sculptor. Yeah, Sculptor would be a good
Yeah.
one at the moment. Sculptor's pretty much M33 maybe from where I am, but I don't think it'd look very good at the moment. I can't get Andromeda, that's for sure. Or could I?
It's too low at the moment.
No,
Yeah,
you
no, I
should.
can't.
You should. Mm,
No, I had a look earlier.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh.
I'll get Andromeda. It's a bit too late in the season for Andromeda.
It's way too low.
Yeah.
Right now, it's right on the horizon.
so mine's gathering Eta Carina at the moment.
Yep. That's where I was going.
Haha.
I'll move to another target in there then. All right, I know where I'll go. I'll move into a new target. So I'm not going to Eta Carina. As you can see, we literally do this on the fly. We don't. We should probably have viewing lists, but as I said, we're volunteers. We're all quite busy, so we kind of just jump on when we have
And
an
we gave up
opportunity when
doing
the
it
skies are
because
clear.
every time that we did, it was cloudy.
Yep, we stopped doing lists because it was always cloudy when we did lists. Yes, Casper Nebula. We have a request for Casper. Oh, I think they mean Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's near Orion. That's down below Orion. We could probably do that. Someone could probably do that. I might jump around there myself. Actually, see if I can get it while Lee's bringing up Carina.
Yeah, well, that's already. If you wanted to swap over to that.
Yeah, I can do that.
I think you
Stack-
probably
Yeah,
need
there
to
we
do
go.
that.
What do you know about Carina Nebula, Lee?
Nothing.
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 You leave it to me. Leave
Yeah,
it to
leave
me.
it to you. No, I mean I do, but you're going well.
I'm going well. Well, we know it's 8,500 light years from Earth. I know that much. What was that, Kelly? Would you like to come over and explain that? Kelly's here, by the way, guys. Kelly knows more about this stuff than I do. Yeah, she says she doesn't, but she does.
Hello.
How are you going, Kelly? I don't know if anyone can see you. If you jump down here, they'll see
I
you.
don't really want to be seen. Hello.
You can be seen. Say hi, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly.
Yeah. What was it called?
Caligalaraquah.
Caligalaraquah. I'm assuming that's its indigenous name.
It's the name from the Burong.
There we
people
go. That's the Burong people.
Of the Jaja Wurrung, who are the people of the country that we're on currently.
There we go.
And it means the raven's wife.
It means the raven's wife. If you didn't hear that, I'm not sure. Not sure you can hear that. Hopefully you can.
So,
Yeah, we can hear all that. Mate.
Canopus is Wa, the raven.
Canopus is Wa the raven, but we're not looking at Canopus.
I know that.
We're on.
But I'm explaining the story.
Okay. Explain the story then. Continue.
So the dark nebula that's in the middle of the Carina Nebula is actually the Caligalaraquah, who is the wife. And when you actually look at the nebula, and if you use your mouse, you might be able to show people.
Yeah, Lee is right now.
Yep. So you can see the shape of the raven.
Oh yes, you can. Yes, that is.
So yeah. So
The beak's down there.
obvious. That's it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That is wonderful. There we go. We just got schooled by Kelly. This is why it's great to be live streaming from somewhere where there are lots of people.
Mark, I've got the Horsehead up on one.
Okay. So
And
Paul,
I'm
you
about
mentioned
to-
Andromeda being too late in the season at our latitude. Isn't the season about 5 minutes long? Yeah, it's about 5 minutes long, Paul. You're funny. Haha. It's probably two months, really. And you need to be in the right spot. When you're at the dark sky site, you need to be at the top of the visual field so that you can look above the trees north and capture it for about 2 hours a night for a couple of months.
Which is when you get this.
Yeah, which is when you get that. Yeah.
So these ones were with my larger scope, and this was just a DSLR on a tripod.
Yeah. So I've imaged Andromeda with a phone too. That was pretty cool. Mind
yeah.
you, the phone was attached to a telescope. Jump across to where'd your screen go? And there it is. All right, so we zoomed in on the actual head of the Horsehead Nebula.
That's just with a larger telescope. So it's not really zoomed in.
Wow. Compared to your previous shot, it is zoomed in.
Yeah, different focal
Yeah.
length.
Yeah. So we've got Casper Nebula, a double star, NGC 3114, IC 269237. Kate, you're throwing out some curveballs. That's a good one. And I don't think it's possible for any of us to image the LMC at the moment. I know with a C star you can do a mosaic of the LMC.
I
look at that.
If it's up.
Yeah, LMC is indeed up.
Yeah, I should be.
Look at that. That's Rosette Nebula that you're looking at. It's
3 minutes.
located. It's for 3 minutes. So it's near Monoceros region, the Monoceros region of the Milky Way. It has an open cluster inside it, which is NGC 2244, which is closely associated with the nebulosity that you're seeing. It is 65 light years. It's a radius of 65 light years, and it's 5,200 light years away from us. It's a beautiful target. It is a nemesis of mine. That's for sure. I always struggle with that target, and I'm going to use this opportunity while I'm blabbering to try and get Casper the Friendly Ghost Nebula and move around to that for you.
I've thrown in one of the cheating shots of my Rosette from.
Okay, so how long is this shot of Rosette, Anne-Marie?
It's was it 2 or 3? It's 2 minutes. Sorry.
2 minutes. And Lee, how long is your shot that I'm about to share?
Probably it would be a couple of hours worth.
Couple of hours. Here's the difference. That's a couple of hours on Rosette.
But
also
Antares is a one-shot color.
Yes, I know.
One-shot color versus mine was hydrogen alpha. So, sorry, not hydrogen alpha, like multiple colors using a mono.
Hi from Alabama. Are we saying, Donna, are you in Alabama over in the US of A watching us? Because if you are, that's amazing. That's cool. We are going far and wide. Well, I'm just looking at my scope moving past the mount, and I'm worried it's going to hit. No, it's not going to hit. It's gone the long way round. Wow, that's a bit scary what it's done there. I don't think it was meant to go the way it went. It's upside down at the moment, guys. I'm not sure it's meant to be upside down. It's yeah. Andy, have you shared your screen? Have you got something that you can share with us? I do have answers talking over my screen.
Hello. No, I don't at the moment. I've just had to swap PC, so I'm configuring everything. So I've just had to hook everything back up, and it's still a bit cloudy here in South Australia, but I'll do my best. I'm rewriting
clouds where you are. We do not want the clouds near us. We've had enough of clouds.
I know. Normally at home, I've just looked at my webcam, and it's clear at home, where I normally live. But I'm about 150 k's on the coast here, just over. Well, I'm in South Australia here, so I'm not ASV member at the moment. I'm ASA. But
no. You're an AC member who's interloping at the moment.
With ASA, yeah.
And
I've got my poll in the back. Got my grievance poll ready to go. So my grievance is my PC is not working at the moment.
Well, it is Festivus for the rest of us. It is for the airing of grievances or for the imaging of interstellar objects.
That's right.
Can we say that? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I'll just mute myself and I'll hang back and I'll just
Well, we were hoping to bring this stream to everybody about, nearly 3 or 4 weeks ago. It didn't quite work. And then the Sunday leading into Christmas, and the weather wasn't great either. So the weather has conspired against us. Now, I'm just waiting for my next shot, which is a 2-minute exposure of where Casper, the Friendly Ghost, is meant to be. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get it. Have you got another object for us, Lee, or...?
Yeah, so I'm in the Large Magellanic, in a section which is NGC 1854. So
Yep.
this was just a single 10-second shot in infrared, but you can see various sort of.
Can you make that bigger?
Yeah, I was just let me just. So you can see various clusters in and around here. But once I go to hydrogen alpha, these are all going to sort of pop out. It's just a shame that I'm not doing it as a full lot of broadband colors, because this is one of those areas where you just see all these little red and blue patches everywhere, and I reckon they look quite stunning. So I will do the same as before, and I'm going to set a set of 10 going, and we'll just wait and see. Oops,
What happens?
We'll see what wait and see. Yeah, this is one of the biggest things with pretty much all the time with when we're operating is that whole wait and see, because you might do all your alignment and all your focusing, all your this, that, and the other. But it's still wait and see. You can see all these little patches popping up. So as soon as let's get rid of that one. And
I'm handballing it to you for a second, Lee, because I've got a problem.
Sounds like the
stop. Yeah.
It sounds like the mount.
That did not go well. That's not what I wanted to happen. It didn't do what it was meant to do.
So this is what did I say this was? This is NGC 1854, which is a star cluster in a large Magellanic Cloud. There is a combination of red, white, and blue stars in the area. It's located 135,000 light years away in the southern constellation of Dorado.
Dorado, yep. So it's near Tarantula Nebula area.
Well, it is, because it's part of it's effectively, as I said, the Large Magellanic Cloud, which is what Tarantula is. I don't have a full color one of this, but as I said, it's one of these ones I sort of like these ones where there's just a whole lot of patches of different colors, where you do normally see it.
So just for those people playing along at home, my mount just did a full 360 and crashed into. Sorry, my telescope did a full 360 and crashed into the mount. It went places it wasn't meant to go. So I have to handball to you for a second, Lee, so I can straighten this out.
No, that's all right.
You're in charge.
Except I have no control in the system, so I can't swap to Anne-Marie if she's got anything. But
I can still change stuff over if you let me know. Have you got something, Anne-Marie?
No, I'm just. I've got two scopes. One's going to the Angel Nebula, and the other one's going to Sculptor Galaxy. So
let me just see. Is this still capturing? Yes, it is.
Not just yet.
Oh, hang on. I know what the problem is.
One's got 1 minute.
I didn't tell it to play. There we go.
Therein lies the problem with trying to run a stream and image at the same time. All right. Right. I'm going to have to polar align again.
No.
Yeah, that was not fun. What have you got there? Oh, Sculptor Galaxy.
That's just the plate. That's just the plate solving image.
Oh wow!
You've got 20 seconds to wait for the 2 minutes.
Well, we can all wait. I believe so.
It's nearly there. 8 seconds.
What else can I find?
There it is.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Oh,
It's
lovely.
1 3-minute exposure. Oh, sorry, it's a 2-minute exposure.
Where's Sculptor for me?
I might have another go at that, actually.
Right, so let's talk about Sculptor Galaxy a bit, shall we? I love Sculptor Galaxy. It's when I'm at the Melbourne Observatory, I set the Sea Star up, and at the moment I've been imaging that and sort of explaining to people that when you're at the Melbourne Observatory, because of the light pollution in the city, the only way you can see a galaxy is if you image, and I use the Sea Star to image, and I can show people a galaxy from Melbourne Observatory, but that's the only way we can do it. Also known as the Silver Coin or the Silver Dollar Galaxy, NGC 253. It's an intermediate spiral galaxy in the constellation of Sculptor. It is a starburst galaxy, which means it is undergoing a period of intense star formation. What are we distance-wise? It is, I think, give or take 11.5 million light-years away. Thereabouts. It's apparent magnitude of 8, so it's quite a bright one. Gorgeous little target. Oh, Lee, question for you, or Anne-Marie as well, and Andy. When imaging, is it better to do a 1x1 or higher for binning when doing a sequence? I have a 268 millimeter.
1-to-1 is always the best.
one.
Yep.
Always 1-to-1. Why is that? Why always 1-to-1?
And that doesn't really matter what size scope.
Or camera.
No, there's one camera. There's at the there's ZWO. I can't think which one it is. Between the 183 and the 268. There's one in there somewhere where they actually do have binning by 2x2.
So can someone explain what binning is?
No.
It's a technique that it combines pixels in the camera to create kind of super pixels. It increases the size of the sensor's pixels by merging the current between pixels. So it's kind of like it's a pseudoscience within the camera.
I love it. I love that pseudoscience within the camera.
Yeah. But the only problem,
it's fakery.
What effectively it does is it allows
the camera is a 268 QHY that he's using.
The 268
definitely one by one.
So
still 1x1. Yep.
Yeah. So what you end up with is it's kind of a means to get more light, but less resolution. So you're kind of using 2 pixels on the sensor to gather the same light, the same part of the image. But because of that, you reduce. If you've got an absolutely massive sensor, then you could do 2x2 binning and still get as good an image as someone who has maybe less. But you're also then getting more light, and obviously the advantage with that is if you've then got a bigger scope with a larger f-stop, so i.e. a slow scope, that's where going to 2x2 binning might be better. That's sort of the best way to describe it.
That's a pretty good explanation.
Mark, the image that's on the screen at the moment is the Angel Nebula,
Hang on, I'm getting there.
which looks much more impressive.
Oh,
when it's
sorry.
processed.
It does. Do you have a process version of that so we can show the difference? Because I've seen your process. You've done with this, haven't you? I'm sure you've done this.
I've done it just recently. I'll just have to try and find it. Probably got an estimate.
All right, while you're trying to find it, I'm attempting to repolar a line. That was not fun.
How did
So-
it knock itself out to the point where it was?
Well, it decided. So what happened is the scope decided that to move from Tarantula Nebula to Casper, the Friendly Ghost, which is underneath Orion area, that it wanted to go backwards and upside down, and started facing the ground. And then when I tried to move it back home, it just went, no, I'm going to hit the mount now. So it just did a very, very bizarre thing, and now I have to repolar a line, which I've nearly done already. So it doesn't take long to repolar a line. It's just a little bit frustrating, especially when you're mid-live stream and you have to do that. What it does tell me is that I need to be less lazy when I leave the telescope overnight too, because I've been a bit lazy the last few nights up here, where I've gone, set the alarm for 5 a.m. so I can go and park it, because I'm still new to all this and I haven't got it so it auto parks when it's finished. And I've come out and it's facing upside down some mornings, but not hitting the scope. But that says to me that I should probably come out at 5 a.m. when I promise myself I'm going to do it, and do it properly.
Yep.
So have you got another target there, Lee, or?
I do. Almost, I do. Hold fast.
Almost you do. I like that. Almost you do.
Actually, it's the wrong number. For some reason, it's the wrong number, but I will bring it up in a sec anyway. Yeah, I've got something.
You've got something? All right, let's bring it up, shall we?
You'll recognise it, I'm sure.
Will I?
Except it's upside down.
Oh! It's the Bok Bok. Running Chicken Nebula.
Yeah, all of mine are upside down at the moment. I must have remounted my camera upside down. Normally,
upside down.
Normally in SharpCap, if I was doing it directly with SharpCap, it has an option to flip the image, but because these are coming from, like it's stacking the the front. I don't know. There's probably nowhere here. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So Running Chicken, where is that in the night sky, Lee?
So it's actually, it is actually. Let me just I can show here. Let me just go back. Probably a bit easier to explain to show this way. So we can actually see there's Tarantula. Eta Carina. So where I was earlier, and Running Chicken is literally just a hop and a step across. Like this, if I was to have gone from there to there, because I went somewhere else before, but if the scope would barely move. It's a very small difference in movement. So when we look where that is altogether, we've got the southern celestial pole here. So effectively, that point in the sky where we see everything rotating. The small Magellanic Cloud is here, and the large is up here. So that's where I took those other shots from earlier. And we're down here. So it's effectively near the Southern Cross.
Not far from the Southern Cross, yeah. Can you put your image back up? Because we've got a very funny comment, and I want to see if it's right. And it's right. Andy Campbell, it does look like a Weber barbecue. If you zoom back out a bit there, Lee, there you go. It's got the base, the wheels.
Okay. I was thinking, I kind of think more like maybe a Klingon bird of prey. So here's the front of it, and the wings kind of come down here, and then there's, hang on. Oh, no, where's that thing gone? Okay. If I just bring this over here. See? What do you reckon?
Yeah. I can see the bird of prey. Yeah. So it's 6,500 light years away. The old Running Chicken Nebula. The old Running Chicken Nebula. It's like it's a friend of mine. My friend, the Running Chicken Nebula. It's a beautiful target. And when you get a lot of data on it, it has the little dark spots which are known, which They're known as Bok globules, but I love the fact that there are Bok globules inside the running Chicken Nebula.
These little things here.
They're the Bok, 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 Bok.
And these. This is a horrible shot. This is. It's been a long time since I've taken running chicken, but yeah, that's what it would be the other way up.
Yep, if it was the right way up. So,
I've got one up there, Mark, for you.
yeah. Oh, what's this one?
See, you don't recognise it. Skull and crossbones.
I'm looking at it via a red screen outside in the field, so
Oh, okay.
it's very difficult to see what I'm looking at. Oh, Mr. Harvey, how are you? Far west of Victoria, otherwise known as South Australia, is where Mr. Harvey is.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought he was in enemy territory.
He is in enemy territory, and he's in enemy territory as well. But we're forgiving him. I'm going to try and move to a target now. What do we get? 10:40 p.m. I'm just keeping an eye on the time, guys. I'm going to try and go close to the south at the moment, so that I don't break my scope again, because that was a bit scary. And I have a target I'm going to run for, which I think is going to be quite a good one. So I'm just going to have to move it around there. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. I hope you're all enjoying the stream.
Oh, I suppose we always say it. That's the...
Yeah. Throw us some... I use a level to make sure the scope is rotated 90 degrees when I'm doing polar aligning in sharp cap. I forgot to take it off. It just dropped on the ground.
Yeah, I heard it, actually. Good microphone.
Yeah, that's what that noise was. Tell you what, this microphone on this laptop's pretty good. It picks up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, we were hearing Kelly without a problem, or at least I could.
Well,
So.
well, that's good. I'm glad.
Well, I'm not having
So
luck
who
with
else?
this guy.
You're not having any luck, Andy?
No. I've had
Oh,
to swap
hang on.
laptops, and it just will not connect to this mount for some reason. I'm just trying to re-download stuff, but I'll just sit in the background and watch the show.
Yeah, I'm having some issues as well, because it's thinking that the object I'm looking at is horizontal with the Earth at the moment. So I'm having some issues at the moment as well. I'm wondering if it thinks it's in the northern hemisphere or if the time is not set correctly somewhere.
You've had that problem before.
Oh, cool. It thinks that home is 45-degree angle.
Right.
So I might be out for the moment, guys. I can keep trying to work on it.
Did you end up turning it off when you...
Yeah, I closed everything down and set it all back up, but it still seems to think that it's not in the home position. I'll try it again while we work through these things. This is all part...
I mean, I had similar first to when we set up, I was almost ready to go, and I got onto Orion, and I went to go to Orion, but it hadn't completely gone there. I don't know where it was, and I wanted to click on. There's an option for me to do a capture and solve, so I can see where I'm going, and I accidentally clicked sync, which means it effectively told the software, "Oh yeah, you're already on Orion, everything's good." And what that meant is that I was nowhere near it. So I think it was even still on Canopus, which I was using just to get a focus. So yeah, I had to shut absolutely down, reboot it completely. Then I couldn't get it to reboot because I had a drive problem, and yeah, sorted that out. And yeah, it's these are the.
Anne-Marie,
Yep.
we have a question asking if you could tell us a bit more about the Skull and Crossbones Nebula.
It's NGC 2467.
Yep.
I'm just reading a little bit from it here. It's a large star-forming region located approximately 20,000 light years away in the southern constellation of Puppis. It has apparent magnitude of 7.1 and appears near the star Asmidi. The nebula has a designation NGC 2467 in the new general catalogue.
It's a difficult target for me. I don't know if anyone else finds it difficult.
It's a good narrowband one. It's a really good narrowband one. That was that in HA? Yeah, that was shot in HA, that image.
Yep.
And sorry, it's gone now because I'm moving on to the next target.
You got another one up, Lee, or are you still?
I was actually just going to the same one.
Oh, were you?
So
But Paul's asked if we could have some possible galaxy targets. Southern Pinwheel's not up. Great Barred Spiral, maybe, but Southern Pinwheel we won't be able to get at the moment. It won't be up until after 2 a.m., which is also when we'll have access to Sombrero and Centaurus A. I'm going to once again attempt to connect.
I'm just going to do other targets, and then I'll try and find some galaxies.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if I can get my one working again, I'll jump over to some galaxies as well.
Galaxy targets.
I'm going to have to pull this off you.
Yeah.
Pulling it off you. Sorry.
Hugh's come to say hello. Say hi, Hugh.
Hello. How are you all?
Hi.
Everyone says hi. The stream people on the stream say
Hi,
hi too.
Hugh.
I think.
Howdy.
Andy says hi as well.
Is that
Andy Ladder from South Australia.
Okay, good Andy.
You know we're live streaming to like people all around the world right now.
Wow,
Hugh.
good on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hugh
Hello world.
Hello world from Hugh.
Yeah. Should write a program to do that.
Well, hello world from Hugh.
Just hello world.
Yep.
How's your mount going, Andy?
10 print
I think
color
I know what my.
20.
Oh, how's your mount going, Andy? Hugh wants to know. I think I
My
know what
mount's
my
going-
problem is too.
My mount's going good, but
Nobody
it doesn't want
knows
to connect
what
to
your
EQ
problem
mod,
is.
and then now
His mount's going
100
okay, but he's having issues.
Okay.
but now 100 EQ mods are kept just popping up, and I'm just turning them off, and then I've got to put Beachport address into it and all that, and I'm getting there. Because that's the thing, my main laptop's died, so I've just swapped laptops. So I've got to reconfigure this laptop to control to everything. So you get that.
You
So
do.
at least I might have to reboot, I think.
Yeah, I've got
I'm
an
gonna
issue
reboot. I'll be back in a minute.
where my telescope thinks it's in a it's mirroring itself. It thinks that south is down, not up.
So we're looking at Bison at the moment, are we?
Yeah, we are looking at Bison at the moment. So
Right.
It's just
Is it spot the
I have to
Bison?
pinch it back off you.
competition? There's one. There we are.
we'll go over to. Sorry about this, guys. This is part of live streaming. You have technical issues for some reason. My Andy's having troubles. My telescope thinks that south is that the south celestial pole is in the ground.
I had that before. Turn off your mount and then turn it back on, and it should work. Hopefully,
here
It's
we go.
EQ
We're going to
on,
turn it off, and we're going to turn it
Yeah.
on. We'll do that now.
and then you might have to
There we go.
reconnect it. Yep.
No,
Sometimes
that's all right.
that-
Have to
often-
reconnect.
Yep. And I'm going to reboot, so I'll be back.
Bear with us, guys.
Black
Oh no, it won't. It's absolutely not. It thinks it's. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a full reset of most of my things. Sorry, guys. How you going over there, Lee? You've got anything for us
Yeah, I did end up with skull and crossbone.
as well? Okay, cool.
Yeah, just showing the difference in aperture compared to what Amaree's has got. So mine's a 72 ED. I think Amaree's was yours coming from a 150, a 6-inch, or
No, 10-inch.
10. Okay, so yeah, just big difference in. I mean, I can get obviously quite wide field with this. by comparison. But and I'm just there we go. It is stacking, and that's it stacking. So I'm doing 1 minute shots on this now.
Right, we might leave it on there for a moment.
Yep.
See if we can get a couple of galaxies going as well. I'm going to continue to try and get mine sorted. So I have to open everything back up again.
What's something around here? Where am I? Better go. There should be something down here.
Okay, so that's working. One part's working. We're just rolling through good old technical issues. I think the only person who's got their gear working properly is you, Anne-Marie.
It should be. It goes nearly every night.
Yeah.
I can't believe mine's even operating as well as it is, to be honest. Like I just have not used it for so long.
I have got the Seagull Nebula up.
Okay, I'm coming over to Seagull Nebula. There we go. Oh, look at that.
Wow, nice.
That's a great framing of it as well.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful frame. F11 out of that. Hopefully mine's going to work again. I'll be very annoyed if it decides that it's not where it needs to be.
I've tried for a galaxy, but I appear to have the tree nebula in the way. Just a little bit too low.
No, see, mine's now facing, it says that it's to the west is where the telescope should be facing. I'm having all sorts of issues at the moment. Gotta love that. All right, a little bit about Seagull Nebula, shall we? We'll tell the guys about Seagull Nebula, which IC 2177, regional nebulosity that lies along the border between the constellations of Monoceros and Canis Major. It is a roughly circular HII region centered on the star HD 53367. Just a number, not a star. Discovered by a Welsh astronomer, Isaac Robertus, and was described by him as pretty bright, extremely large, irregularly, I can't say that word, round, and very diffuse. Sometimes the Seagull Nebula is sometimes applied by amateur astronomers to this emission region, although it more properly includes the neighbouring regions of star clusters, dust clouds, and reflection nebula. So it's we really only taking in part of it of the actual target here with Anne-Marie. We're taking in the part that looks like a seagull. Hi, Bill. Bill's here. How you going, Bill? Bill's busy writing and testing scripts for the ASV's remote observatories up at the dark sky site. He's not here with us. He's down in Melbourne, but he's been running scripts and testing out the gear for our members so that we can get those accessible for members to start to image with. All right. Have you got something else, Lee, or?
No.
Nope.
I mean, I've got something, but it's not visually stunning, so I'll keep moving.
I've got 2 minutes.
All right. I think what we might end up having to do, because my scope's out of action now, I'm going to have to spend some time with it later on working out what went wrong. We might finish on... Have you got a galaxy for us, Anne-Marie, that we might be able to look at?
I have, but it's after this next one. So if you wait 1.5 minutes, I can give you this one.
Yeah.
And then
we'll have one in a minute too, I think. Probably.
All right. So we'll have 2 or 3 more objects.
Yeah.
And then we might sort of close it up. So what is your next target, Anne-Marie?
That's a good question. Oh, actually, that's one that I've just been shooting myself, and it's
Yeah.
I just finished it today. Hang on, I've got to try and remember. It's a funny one. It's RCW 32, and it's also a gum 15.
Gum 50. Oh, you've been doing some gum stuff.
Yep.
Colin Stanley Gum, Australian astronomer. So it's in the constellation of Vela, 3,000 light years from Earth, shaped by aggressive winds flowing from the stars within and around it. The bright star in the center of the nebula is HD 74804, which is a double star. That's about all we're going to be able to tell you about that one because there's not a lot of information about it floating around.
Sneak peek. That's what it looks like completed.
That is gorgeous. How many hours on that?
11.
11 hours of imaging. How long are each of your exposures for that though? Like how long is each single
I shot that in
frame?
I shot that in LRGB as well as HA. The HA was 4-minute exposures and the LRGB was all 2-minute exposures.
So LRGB, luminous red, green, blue for those playing along at home.
Yeah.
And HA, obviously, we spoke about earlier, which is hydrogen alpha.
Now, obviously, the
oh, that looks pretty good. You can see those dark lanes in there.
Yeah. So, it's definitely worth doing. But I'm going to have to take that back because you want me to go to a galaxy, so I'll have to.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Go to a galaxy while we just fawn over this image of Gum 15. That is a gorgeous image, Anne-Marie.
It's a really lovely target. It's definitely worth doing.
Love the reds in that.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. How's your one going, Lee?
Yeah, I'm just getting. It's going to be far away, unfortunately. Well, I've got it, but let me just have a look. Yeah, all right. So it's starting to stack now. This is one of these funny ones where I found this a couple of years ago. It's the Pencil Nebula.
Yep.
And I've got another shot of it to show like a fully processed image. But it was one of these things where I was looking for it. So this is it here.
Oh, look at it. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I haven't done any focusing, so it would be good if I had focus. But you can see all this other area here with a lot of nebulosity. And I remember when I was looking for it in Stellarium, it's not listed. So whatever this here is just not listed at all. Now, things may have changed. It may have been keeping in mind that, there's obviously all these catalogs out there and everything, but software's software and people have to put things in, and maybe it's just it doesn't have anything that could identify it. But to look at what Pencil looks like a bit more, that's it there. So when I've obviously, I think at this point I would have done it with my 8-inch Edge HD.
Yep.
And I
reckon it looks like a Concorde.
Yeah. I can see that. And even then, like Pencil, I mean, well, I don't know when that would have been labelled as Pencil. Is it at a time back when a pencil was, shaped far more like a quill or something? Like any pen.
So it's NGC 2736, part of the Vela supernova remnant, which is near the Vela pulsar in the constellation of Vela.
Yeah, a lot of that I think a lot of those whole area, you get these same colours too.
Yep.
When you narrowband, it's a beautiful wispy.
Lots of reds and blues in that area.
Yeah, I really love those ones.
So that's 815 light years away. So that one's pretty close.
That is close. Yeah, that's closer than
Orion.
Orion, yeah.
Yeah,
to Carina.
It is. Yeah, absolutely is. Much closer than Tarantula. Although pretty much anything we look at that's not a galaxy is closer than Tarantula.
Yeah.
So you zoom in there. Yeah, show us through here where we're looking. You can see all that other stuff around the edge there.
Yeah. So what my software does too is it's actually very accurately showing the fact that my camera sensor is there, so you can see pencils right in the middle, and it shows that relative size as well. So we can see, the pencils there, and whatever that other thing is here. Now, if I have a look, see that empty sky, Vela. Even in K-stars, that's all it says. So you can't actually, there's a couple of stars in there you could find, but this just hasn't been. It's interesting when you find places like this that haven't really been labeled as anything.
Lee, that target there to the left, is that the one Anne-Marie showed us before? See it to the left there? It looks very similar.
There.
What's that?
Empty sky. This is what I'm saying. It's like it's not
really.
It's all part of the Vela supernova remnant. So
remnant. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
wow.
I mean, it's up here. There's a. Yeah. I mean, I could go right over to that directly, and then.
That's unreal. Yeah.
Where's my thing? Stop. And then do one of them. It'll take a minute to run. Yeah, and that was what I find. Like, I suppose I can only think that is it the sort of thing where because it's all part of Vela, they haven't no one's decided to, I don't know, label anything else within it. Yet it's then interesting that you've got the pencil right in the middle.
Yeah.
I've got my last one up there, Mark. It's a galaxy.
Okay.
NGC 1232. And it has a nickname of Eye of God Galaxy.
Eye of God, yes. Mag 10.9, it is 61 million light years away. So the light started coming to us when dinosaurs were roaming.
Just after.
Just after, yeah. There you go. Dinosaurs weren't even around anymore. How's that? That's very cool. So there we go. That's a beautiful galaxy, Emery. Can you zoom in a bit on that? So obviously it's a front-on spiral.
Yep.
It has lots of bright blue stars, open clusters within it. It's in the constellation of Eridanus, discovered by German-British astronomer William Herschel. Good old Herschel. 20th of October, 1784. But he wouldn't have known that it was a galaxy back then. He probably would have known it as a nebula back then.
Oops. Sorry.
That's gorgeous. That's up at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fairly high.
I might have to try and, if I can get my mount working after the stream, I might have to image that tonight.
It's not overly big, but that's with my 1200.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's wonderful. Lee, have you got one more, or are we going to finish on this one?
I don't really have. I've only got. I just recentered on that area next to pencil, only because it looks like it's far more active in terms of. I'm just waiting for the first image to come through.
All right, I might jump it over to Lee's quickly while we wait for that last image to come through. And as we wait for it, whoop, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that button there. There we go. While we're waiting for Lee's, I'll just say thank you to everyone for joining us tonight. It's been fun. We haven't done a stream like this. I think it's been over a year since we've done a stream like this.
Over a year.
Yeah, actually, was it last Christmas we did one? I think it might have been. I have to check, but been over a year since we've done a stream. we are planning on doing more of these throughout the year, throughout 2025, because we all enjoy it. That's for sure. And we know you guys enjoy it. It's just been hard to get all of us together with clear skies. Got to have those clear skies. That's the most important thing. So we thank all of you for coming along tonight and watching us. And hopefully, Andy, you can get your gear working so you can do some imaging tonight. Lee, hopefully that's gorgeous. That area is really nice.
Yeah, like I said, I'd love to. And they've got pencil just up to the right here. And then whatever this other thing, again, that was
whatever that is.
Sky. So I would like to. Actually, it's a little bit late now. It's a school night for me. I've got to work tomorrow.
Oh, you poor bastard.
I will.
You poor bugger.
That's the thing. I will pack up, but I will. I'm going to have to keep this one in mind for some imaging when I get back online, because it's in a prime position too. If you look at where it is in the sky, it is.
Well, hang on. I'll pop your screen back up so you can show us.
So right at this time, it's for me because I've got a double story which faces the east. So for me, that's a couple of hours up over the trees, and I would get that for at least, because it's circumpolar, I'd get that probably, it'll travel all the way up here, and I would get easily 5 or 6 hours worth of something on that. And of course, in that time, I can do all the filters and get all the colors. But also, given more time, I can, I can actually do some focusing and get things properly focused. Because that's a bit hard.
Mine's been working perfectly up until tonight. Like last night, I don't know if you can see my screen, which I'm sharing. Like
and I'll pop your. Well, that was last night.
Right? That was last night, right?
What's that? That's Angel.
That Christmas tree. You know what? Do you call it?
Christmas tree. Christmas tree.
Yeah,
and Cone up the top there. Yeah, Cone Nebula up there too.
Yeah, but it's always the way, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, Andy, I was going fine. Mine went from Tarantula, tried to go around to Casper, and decided that now it doesn't even want to face the southern hemisphere, even though it says it is. So that's the way we go. That was a whole lot of fun. Thank you, everyone, for coming along tonight and joining us. We will absolutely be doing more of these streams. They are fun. We will always have technical issues. That's just the way it goes. Telescopes are like children and animals. You can't work with them because they never want to play ball. But thank you, everyone, for coming along tonight. We will see you on the next stream. If you've got nothing to do this coming weekend, or next weekend, so the 3rd and 4th of Jan, you want to go somewhere, head up to Mount Buller. We have the Mount Buller Starfest going on. If you go to our website, asv.org.au, you'll see exactly what's happening up there over the weekend of the 3rd and 4th of January. We'll have some telescopes set up there. We can do some nightscape and sunset photography with you as well. Go and check it out. Book a ticket, head on up. And otherwise, have a happy new year. Hope everyone has a safe new year. And we will see you in 2025.
See ya.
Happy New Year.